Scalping is one topic that I have always been fascinated with. And I know so many of you have asked several times for us to make videos about scalping, but I always resisted to make videos on scalping because I felt that scalping is best explained while scalping. So if I make a video at the end of the day and I tell you that, oh, look, this is the trade that I took, here is where I entered, here is where I exited, this is what my profit is, I would not have done justice to the topic. Because to understand scalping, you need to feel things in real time, right? So you need to see things in real time. The profits and losses have to be real. The emotions have to be real. The high pressure has to be real. So that is what I really wanted to show because that is the essence of scalping. Anyway, that was the reason why I just kept pushing, making a video about scalping. But in the past 1 week, I got a couple of opportunities to take scalping trades. And what I did was that I recorded those trades while I was taking them. So this worked out actually beautifully because I was able to capture the real essence of scalping in real time. So you guys are going to absolutely love it. So we'll cover all that in this video. It's going to be really awesome. It's going to be really interesting. But let's start with a very basic question that what is scalping? So in a very simple terms, scalping is a very fast form of intraday trading where traders get in and out of the trades within a few minutes or few seconds. So unlike the regular intraday trades where trades can last for half an hour, 1 hour, 2 hours, or sometimes several hours, scalping happens much faster. Right? It happens within minutes, sometimes even within seconds. Now, some of you might be thinking that, okay, how much profit can someone actually make within a few minutes or a few seconds, right? It takes several hours for the market to make a move or a certain stock to make a move. And what we have seen time and time again that we have to wait for the trades to work out. Otherwise, if we come out too early, we don't make that kind of a profit. So if someone is getting in and out of a trade within a few seconds, how much money can they actually make? Well, here is where the scalper's mindset is different than the mindset of regular traders. So scalpers understand a very simple math that profit is equal to position size multiplied by the profit percentage. For example, if you take a trade of 5 lakh rupees and make a profit of 2%, your profit would be 10,000 rupees, right? So what do we do? The regular intraday traders, what do we focus on? We focus on the percentage profit, right? So we want to take trades where we are getting 2%, 3%, 5% or 10% profit. But the scalper has a very different mindset. So the scalper says, I don't want big profits. I don't want 5%. I don't want 10% in a trade. It is much easier for me to take a profit of 0.5% or a 0.2% profit also rather than waiting for some big profits. But I will compensate for the small percentage profit with a big position size. So if we look into the mindset of a scalper, the scalper would be happy to take a profit of 0.2%, but on a position size which is much bigger, let's say 50 lakh rupees. So eventually the profit that they will make out of the trade would be exactly the same as any other regular intraday trader, because at the end of the day, it is just a simple math, profit percentage multiplied by the position size. So don't be under the impression that scalpers make less money than any other trader out there just because they are staying in a trade for a very short amount of time. But the best part is yet to come. So while the regular intraday traders might be taking, let's say 2 or 3 trades in a day, a scalper can take as many as 40, 50, 60 and sometimes even hundreds of trades within a day, right? So I remember one scalper in US, I met, he used to take on an average 200 trades in a day. But how is it possible, right? I mean, how can someone take 200 trades in a day? Well, just think about it for a second, right? So the individual trades of a scalper is lasting for just a few minutes or a few seconds sometimes. So once they are out of a trade, their capital is free, their time is free, they are available to deploy that capital for the next trade. So basically through this rotation of capital, scalpers can increase their returns much, much higher than an average intraday trader. So guys, the world of scalping is very fast paced. People are going in and out of trades, capturing quick profits and then moving on to the next trades, right? So it's a very exciting world. Now let me give you a taste of that excitement using live trades. So guys, this is a trade which I took last Tuesday where I wanted to take a long trade on Bank Nifty. And for taking a long trade on Bank Nifty, I wanted to short the 35,000 put option of Bank Nifty. And the idea was that the market was coming down. And the moment Bank Nifty came down to the critical support that I was watching out for, I wanted to go for a bounce, right? I wanted to play for the bounce, a very short bounce, even a minute bounce, which would give me let's say a good 20-30,000 rupees. I will take it and I will come out. But the key thing to watch out for in a trade like this is timing. Because if you mess with your entry, you can get into some serious. So just keep watching how I'm waiting for the market to come down to that level. And the moment the market comes down, I will place my order, right? So it requires a lot of patience. So let's just keep watching. So now the market is coming closer and closer to my key level. So I'm getting ready to place my order. So this is my short put option order. I'm going to go with the quantity of 500. And I have to be very precise in terms of my entries. So I'm just going to keep timing. So I will just have to time myself properly. So let's see how it goes. So right now the market is coming closer and closer and closer. And there you go. There you see that perfect spike over there. We see the premium rising to 572 thereabouts. So that's where I placed the order, and the order didn't get executed. So I modified the order, placed the order again, and the order got executed this time. And now you can see the P&L fluctuation. It will move so quickly, right? Because the quantity is bigger. And the thing with me is that I'm not very good at executing orders because my team normally does it. But again, I just, I was looking for a profit of some 25,000 rupees in this particular case. And the market did bounce back as I was expecting from that support. And you can see right here, and the profits were coming to my range. I just wanted to give a little bit more timing so that the bounce was looking decent enough that it was the level was holding. So I just waited for a little bit longer, and then I placed my exit order. And even there at one point my profit went up to about 36,000 rupees, which I was not able to grasp. You can see how quickly the profits and losses were changing. So that is where finally at the end of the day I was able to place that order, and the order got executed and I came out of profit, right? So this was a very quick trade. I did not take a lot of time. I believe it was about 3 or 4 minutes long. And that's how a scalping trade is done. Now this is the trade one day prior to the trade that we just saw. And the setup was very similar. Bank Nifty was coming down, and I was basically looking for a bounce on Bank Nifty at a key support level. So in this case, I went with a quantity of 600, and I was waiting for a quick bounce back from the support, right? So I was ready with my order, and the moment Bank Nifty got that bounce, I placed my order and the order got executed. Now here, this is where something you have to keep in mind, that you will not automatically get into profit immediately. You will see some P&L fluctuations, which you have to be okay with. So here I got a very good bounce, and the profits, and at one point of time they actually went very well. But my reflexes are not very strong when I have to execute these orders. And since I was also recording, I had to make sure that I'm recording all these aspects. So the profit at one point went up to 35,000 or something. But by the time I actually got my order executed, it in fact it even went down to negative before it bounced back, and it gave me a profit. And eventually I came out of the trade with a profit of somewhere around 20,000 rupees, right? So this is how typically it goes, guys. It's a very quick get in and get out kind of a game. It's not too much of a rocket science. You want to just time your entry, take the trade, look out for an exit on the profit side if the trade is working out. But if the trade is not working out, you have to cut your losses and you have to get out, right? So that's how the game is played. So guys, with these two examples, I'm hoping that you understood how scalping is done in real life. Although I have made this topic a little bit simplified to illustrate the key concept behind scalping, but in real life, there are a lot of aspects that you need to consider. So guys, with the help of those two examples, I'm hoping that you got a good sense of how scalping works in real life, right? Now let's talk about the pros and cons of scalping. So let's start with the pros of scalping. So the first advantage of scalping is that the exposure to the market is very short. So what is exposure? Exposure simply means that how long you are exposed to the risk. So the longer your trade is open, the higher will be the exposure, because higher the chances that something could go wrong during that trade. So let's say, for example, I have a swing trade which is spanning for several days. I'm planning to, let's say, hold this trade for 2-3 weeks or 4 weeks. Now within that 3-4 weeks of time, anything bad could happen, right? So bad GDP numbers or some new pandemic or God knows what else can, pop up. So the next morning I have to deal with that situation, a huge gap up or a gap down. So that is the risk, that is the exposure that I'm having in a trade. And even if you take the regular intraday trades, right? Even a regular intraday trade where there is no overnight risk, how many times have we seen perfectly working profitable trades in the first half that go into losses in the second half. So we see all these profits in the morning, but what happens in the second half is that all those profits are gone because the market took a U-turn. So even though the exposure in intraday trades is much smaller than the swing trades, it is still there. But the beauty of scalping trades is that the trades are lasting for just a few minutes or a few seconds, right? So everything is happening right in front of your eyes, right? So if you take the example of my trade, one of the trades I stayed for about, I think about 3 minutes, and the other one was for about 7 or 8 minutes, right? So I'm not worried about exposure in those trades. Why? Because I know that this trade is not going to last that long. So by keeping the exposure to a minimum, the scalper works in a very safe environment. So the second advantage of scalping is high leverage, right? So as I mentioned earlier, that scalpers take big position in order to compensate for the smaller percentage profit, and for taking bigger positions, they take advantage of the leverage that is provided by their brokers. I so just want to be very clear that for regular intraday trades or regular swing trades, I'm not a big fan of taking high leverage because the risks are very, very high. However, if there is one place where I really see the advantage of leverage, that is scalping. Why? Because it has lower exposure, right? So a scalper might be taking a high leverage, a higher risk, but since the exposure is so small, the consequences of taking that high leverage will be known within a few minutes and a few seconds. So even though the leverage is high, the exposure is very small, and that enables the scalpers to take a higher leverage and hence increase their profitability. Now the third advantage of scalping is very interesting, and the advantage is that you can expand your setups. Right, so for a regular intraday trader, we basically go with, let's say, 2 or 3 setups in a day. Right, so for example, you may have a certain level to watch out for taking a long trade or a short trade or some kind of a breakout or some kind of a momentum. Right, so 2 or 3, let's say 5 setups for a maximum. That is what a regular intraday trader typically works with. But as a scalper, you are not married to just a couple of setups. There are literally hundreds of setups that can be spotted within a day and can be taken advantage of. So I can share my experience from both the perspectives. So I am a regular intraday trader most of the time, and I'm scalper sometime. And as a regular intraday trader, I'm not very comfortable going against the sentiment of the market, because my experience tells me that if I go against the sentiment of the market, my trade most likely will end up in losses. But when I'm scalping, I don't mind going against the sentiment of the market, because who cares about the market sentiment when you are going to be in a trade for just a few minutes or a few seconds, right? So market sentiment is inconsequential in that short of a time frame. So guys, so far we have talked about all the nice things, all the good things about scalping, right? But not everything is nice and shiny in scalping. Now let me talk about the cons, the disadvantages of scalping. The first disadvantage of scalping is that the entry and exit into a trade has to be perfect. You need to enter into the trade at the perfect time, and you need to get out of the trade at the perfect time, both in the cases when you're making profits or you're making losses, right? So just like a sniper, you need to take the shot when the target is at the perfect spot. Otherwise, the trade can get you into trouble. And although it is true for regular intraday trades as well, but in regular intraday trades, we have a lot of time in our hands. There is not so much pressure to have a perfect entry, because if you are trading with the market sentiment, most likely the market would turn in your favor at some point of time, and the market will forgive you for making those mistakes. Whereas in scalping, you're not taking advantage of the market sentiment. So essentially, it's all on you. You need to be perfect. You need to have a perfect entry. You need to have a perfect exit. Now, the second disadvantage of scalping is very obvious, that it has a high transaction cost, right? So if you're taking hundreds of trades in a day, you have to pay that much brokerage, you have to pay that much of taxes. So just because you're taking more trades, you have to pay more charges. So unless you have a strategy that gives you an edge over the market, what will happen is that if you just keep scalping like a regular intraday trade, you most likely will lose money, because with every trade you are paying more and more to your broker and to the government. Now the next disadvantage of scalping, which I think a lot of people, they don't really talk about, is that scalping is a very stressful activity, right? Because you have to be in front of the screen all day long. You need to wait for the perfect setup to come. You need to have a perfect entry. You need to have a perfect exit. You need to make decisions in real time. You need to cut losses when they are small. So this may sound very exciting in the beginning, but if you keep doing this day after day, week after week, year after year, you will feel the effect of that stress in your daily life, and that can be very harmful. So guys, these are the pros and cons of scalping. I'm sure you guys understand this by now. But the one question that people ask eventually is that, is scalping profitable? right? Because there are people out there who are willing to take that kind of a stress to be able to make money. But the real question that they want to get answered is that, is scalping even profitable? Is it even worth pursuing or not? And the answer to that question is absolutely. Now, I know that there are a lot of people out there who frown upon scalping. They say, oh, scalping is for rookies, professional traders, they don't do scalping. That is actually not true. So in India, I know that scalping is not very famous and scalping is not done by a lot of people. But when I was in US, I saw many full-time traders who are professional scalpers. That is all they do day in and day out, and they're doing perfectly fine, right? So I think it's not a question about profitability, because it is profitable if you're using the right strategy. It is a matter of your personality. If you have one of those personalities who prefer to get in and out of trades and who are very impatient with, let's say, sitting on a trade for 2 hours or 3 hours, then scalping can be right for you. And if I can tell you from my own experience, right, I used to scalp very actively up until 2017, but later I felt that I could not do it anymore. I felt like it's a little too much stress for me. Maybe I'm getting a little too old for this. I still do scalping once in a while, like the couple of cases that we talked about in this video. I like to scalp when there is no clear momentum in the market, right? So the market doesn't have a clear direction. The bulls and bears, they both are kind of fighting. On days like this, or sometimes maybe if I have some other commitments, I cannot sit in front of the trade all day long. So on days like that, I look for quickly getting in and getting out. But apart from that, I like to stick with my regular intraday trades where I can, take a trade, sit on the trade, and hopefully make some money. So having said that, I will quickly touch upon some of the famous scalping strategies, and this is by no means a fully exhaustive list. There are hundreds and hundreds of other strategies out there, but this is like the broad classification of scalping strategies. So let me just touch upon that. So these are the common categories of scalping strategies that I have used in the past. Strategies based on volatility, based on momentum, based on, right? So that live trades that we took, they were based on the level based strategies, and gamma scalping, and people do stop loss scalping, right? So there are all these different categories in which people look for setups where they can, take scalp trades. But I would like to just answer this one thing, that is scalping for everybody? And the answer is no. See, what happens is that each and every one of us has a different personality, a different set of constraints. Most of us, we are working in jobs, we have full-time jobs, we have to take care of that, we have to take care of family, and there are different obligations. And because of these time commitments, I think that scalping is not for everybody, right? Because not everybody can sit in front of their monitor all day long and look for these, setups and trades. So if you are considering scalping, please make sure that you have the right kind of a bandwidth and you have the right kind of infrastructure to be able to do scalping effectively. So guys, this was just a basic introduction about scalping. I by no means wanted to make this as an exhaustive video. I wanted to keep it short. I wanted to give you guys a real example. I want you to feel the scalp in real time, and I hope that I did it. Now, scalping is a whole world in itself. There are so many different topics to talk about when it comes to scalping, right? Which type of orders to place, where to put your stop loss, what is the importance of volume, time frame analysis, physical setups, the keyboard shortcuts, which platforms to use, which instruments to use, right? So there are so many things that we can talk about scalping. We probably will do, if you guys give us feedback, if you guys, like these kind of videos, give us encouragement, we will do more of these. But whatever is the case, guys, at least I hope that through this video, you learned something new today.